welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to film for you a different type of thrift haul, and these are items that I picked up to sort of craft with or junk journal with. So just recently, over the past several months, I guess you could say, I have figured out what junk journaling is. And if you don't know what junk journaling is, it's basically you make yourself a journal of sorts out of different pieces of paper, vintage paper, ephemera that looks cool and has cool graphics, and then you can fashion them into this little book that you would then journal in. So I will actually share in the description box below 2 or 3 or 4 videos that I first watched to sort of figure out what junk journaling is and just get hugely inspired, and I will link them all in the description box below. But yeah, I just think it's like the perfect little thing to do if you like papers and you like collecting papers and little bits of bobs of things that you just don't know what to do with. This is a great way to sort of use them in a neat way. So I will just show you what I picked up at the thrift store. So I started this while I was in quarantine, so I had to sort of work with what I had, and which is fine, which is great, which is sort of, I think, almost the purpose of junk journaling, like using junk, things you have that would have thrown in the garbage or whatever, and fashion them into, like, recycle them into something new. So I will just show you quickly, very basically, what I've started doing. And this is a book cover that the book was in really poor condition, so I just, have this cover here, and it's going to be the cover to my junk journal. And then I'm going to put like papers inside. But like I said, go check out those other videos because they're really going to be, helpful in determining what junk journaling is. But as you have a junk journal, there are different, pockets or pieces or sections, I guess you could say, of paper that you put together, and the different sections are called signatures. So sorry if this is kind of confusing, but anyway, I made a couple signatures up, and this is sort of like you would take this is from an old book, and I put this here, and then you could flip through like this. This is also from an old book and stuff like this. This is just paper from packaging and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go like too far deep into what I've done so far, but I do have like this signature here done, this signature here. This is paper from a book and stuff like that. So anyway, all that to say is that I've started junk journaling. So when I went to the thrift store recently, I was on the lookout for things that I could use in my junk journal. So let's just hop right into the haul. I won't get too far into sort of like describing junk journals or anything like that. Like I said, I will link the professionals down below where I learned, but I will just show you what I found at the thrift stores to junk journal with. So the first thing is this little pad of paper that I thought I could use. You can use paper like this, bright white, in your junk journals, or quite often people will hand dye these papers, like with coffee or tea, and sort of make them look aged. So this was just a pad of paper here. It was 50 cents, and I thought that the paper was a good size for junk journaling. Then I found these little sort of corner bookmarks. They just have these little strawberries on them. I thought that was really pretty. They were 49 cents, so I thought I could use those in a junk journal. Then I found for 99 cents this package of like CD folders or CD holders, just like clear little packages here. And when I got this idea from Catherine at Sunnyside Vintage. Shoot, let me look it up, hold on. Catherine, I know her as Catherine, but let me look up her actual YouTube. Sunnyside Journals, Catherine. She also has an Instagram. Anyway, she was one of my main sort of like inspirations to get into this. So anyway, she uses these to put in different things that she's cut out of books as just sort of like a storage container. So anyway, for 99 cents, I found a whole package of those. And then for 49 cents a piece, I found these little, you know, file folder type thingies, but they're quite small and would be, you know, a good size for the junk journal here. You can see this is like the right size to go inside. So they're just like little pockets where you can tuck things. And so I found 2 of those for 49 cents a piece. Then I found this you know, bag of envelopes and stuff for 59 cents. And they're just these sort of craft paper, manila envelopes there. So I would, you know, fold this over and use this in the book. And then there's also this color here, so a little bit of a brown color. So throughout these junk journals, they have like little envelopes and little you know, pockets where you would tuck different things, and it's really quite neat. And so you know, that's why I picked those up there. Then I picked up this huge columnar pad, just like a ledger paper type thing. And sorry, I'm kind of washed out there, but that's the paper there. So I would likely maybe dye this a different color just to make it look a bit more vintage, but I just liked the graphics, or the, you know, linear sort of style of the graphs and stuff like that. So anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. I liked the paper there, so good ledger paper to put inside. And what else have I bought for the, oh yeah, this I actually got through an online auction. I found these, or saw these, and I bought them for $3, and they are these old like photo envelopes, like you would have gotten your photos inside from the developer. And so I thought this would be perfect for junk journaling. Just, you know, have this in your junk journal. You can tuck things in there, tuck things in there. And so they are from Toronto, but super old and really cool graphics on there. And there's you know, this one here. They're all used, and I just think that's super neat. But they all have, you know, the little pockets inside there that you can use in your junk journal. So there's, you know, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Yeah, 6 of them. I paid $3. So not the cheapest thing in the world, but super, super neat. And then this one, I guess, also came with it. I didn't realize, is this little envelope here. And I thought I could tuck that in a junk journal. And then let's see, what else have I got for junk journaling? Oh, not for junk journaling, but I found this for crafting. And it's this huge piece of, or package of crepe paper, like long thing like this. And I've seen people make like flowers and stuff out of this. So I thought this would be super cool. It was $1. So I picked that up. I loved the sort of rusty color there. So super neat. Found that. And then what else? Before, you know, thrift stores opened up, I was itching to get some things secondhand. And so I went online and bought a couple things from some Etsy sellers. So I will link them down below. But I bought this sort of package or lot of vintage playing cards just for like the pictures on them. So she was selling a lot of cards like this. And so I went through and picked out the ones that I thought were super cool and kept them, and then just sort of discarded the other ones. But they all sort of have these really neat designs on them. So I thought that was cool. Like, check that retro look out there. That's awesome. And then of course the florals. And then there's even something like this, like a little flash card. I thought was cool. So I don't know. I just love these types of things, like vintage illustrations. Right up my alley. So that, and then I also bought this little packet here. It's like a vintage seed packet, and I got that from an online Etsy seller. I probably won't use this in junk journaling, but I would use this sort of like stuck in a flower frog on my tiered tray or something like that for decor. So found that there. And then one of the sellers tucked this in with the purchase I thought was super cool. So she had made like a little pocket there and then tucked inside these like old school like tickets and stuff like that. So that was just sort of like an add-on from one of the online sellers, which I thought was really neat. So like I said, I will link the online sellers, like the Etsy stores of these people, down in the description box below. I paid for all these things myself, but I just thought I'd share them with you. So that is my little junk journal, like my intro into junk journal, my thrift haul. Like I said, go check out those videos down below if you're interested in what junk journaling is. It's just a super neat sort of form of artwork and crafting, and I think that's really cool, something I'm really excited to sort of you know, dive deeper into. And so that is that. So that is my thrift haul. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed to my channel and you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, then please consider subscribing so you don't miss a video. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.